Hello, today we're going to talk about cinnamon and cinnamon in rituals for kitchen witchery and general witchery and what cinnamon means. It's such a common spice. Pretty much everybody has cinnamon in their spice cabinet. Not only is it used for ritual and spell work for prosperity and luck and as many things like I'll read you a little bit more from the Green Witch book, but it's also really good for our bodies. It is warming, stimulating, stimulates circulation, it helps aid digestion, anti-inflammatory, and helps boost your immunity. So cinnamon has for thousands of years been sought after and just almost as valuable as silver at one point years ago because of its antibacterial properties. It was also used during embalming, the embalming practice, and a deodorant because it helps cleanse the air. So let me tell you about the ritual that my son and I did because I've been seeing it posted on the internet, and it is a ritual or a spell for bringing in abundance into your life. It's kind of funny because last week I did a witch's broom for keeping negative energy out of the home, and this week I happen to be doing a ritual for bringing abundance into the house. So it goes like this, really simple. If you have cinnamon, the powdered cinnamon kind, you take enough to, when you blow the cinnamon, it's making a beautiful, fragrant cloud. So they say 3 little spoonfuls. We used very small, it might have been a 4th teaspoon, 3 of them. And Spence and I split. He put some in his hands and I put some in my hand. Some of the rituals say to put it in your right hand. Some people put it in both hands. This whole process of being intentional in creating rituals and spells, the most important part is your intention. It doesn't matter what hand you have it in or what day you do it on. For the most part, it's all about your intention. So I'll repeat this over and over through all the spells I discuss. Your intention means everything. It doesn't matter if it's a full moon or if it's the first of the month. The idea is on those times, the first of the month or a full moon or a new moon, the energy is amplified. So your spell or your ritual will be more powerful on those times because of the energy levels during those times are more powerful. But that doesn't mean you can't practice a ritual in your own way as you like, whatever it may be. The most important thing is planting that seed of intention in your heart and in your mind and putting it out into the world like you mean it too. I mean, you put a ritual or an intention out and you don't really believe it or mean it, it's not going to have the potency that you want. You probably won't have the outcome that you desire. So keep that in mind. And let me back up a little bit because I did say the first of the month. Now today's October 1st when I'm recording this, and the ritual goes that the first of the month is a great time to do this abundance ritual because it's a fresh start. Again, you can do it any day of the month, but a fresh start, like I say, the moon cycles, it just feels more powerful. And I've read too that if you say you are trying to get a new job or you are trying to sell a house, you're looking for some abundance to come in, something's happening or you need a change, that you're creating a new cycle, you're creating a new thought process, new wish, a new path for yourself, and this will help you increase that intention and the energy that you're putting behind it. And cinnamon is just lovely. Why not work with it? So what you do is you put the cinnamon in your hands. You stand outside the main door of your house and you're going to blow the cinnamon over the threshold into the house. And as you're holding the cinnamon, before you say the ritual or spell, you are really going to fill your heart with true intention and belief for this. And before you blow the cinnamon into the house, you're going to say, when I blow this cinnamon, prosperity will enter this house. When I blow this cinnamon, abundance will come to stay. When I blow this cinnamon, abundance will live here. And then you blow the cinnamon. And when we did it, it was so awesome. It felt so magical. We both blew the cinnamon at the same time, and this fragrant, soft cloud of cinnamon just came before us, and we walked through it, and it smelled so good. And we had fun doing it. It's a simple ritual, and it was fun. Now you can add things like salt. We talked about salt last week with Jamie, how it's a protector and it absorbs negative energy. So you can put a little salt in your cinnamon too. You can put your cinnamon in your salt bowl that we talked about last week. You are the creator of your own ritual. These rituals that are out there and very commonly used are great starting off points. It reminds me of a recipe. There's a recipe that got you off to a great starting point to make something, spaghetti sauce, whatever it may be. But through time and time of practicing, you've created most likely your own special touches to create the sauce or the meal or the recipe that you love, and it's just so special because you put something of yourself into it. So that is the cinnamon abundance ritual. And you can use cinnamon sticks also. Some people mentioned that they use cinnamon sticks. They hang them outside their door, which I thought was really cool. And I also read that someone had made almost like a cinnamon bath with, was it cinnamon and rosemary? Not really sure, I can't think. Cinnamon was the basis for this bath, and it was just warm water with cinnamon, maybe a couple of drops of orange essential oil, even if you have cinnamon essential oil, try to stay away from fragrance. It's different than pure essential oil. Fragrance isn't the real deal. Pure essential oils are the best way to go, but you can use that in the water. And when they took a shower or a bath, this person that used this ritual, they poured the cinnamon water over them as like a body cleanse, a body amplifier, which I thought was a really good idea. Or of course, put it in your bath. It should be nice addition to your bathtub too. So this book, one of my witch books, The Green Witch, her cinnamon, the correspondence or what cinnamon represents in ritual for witches and kitchen witches and green witches is healing, love, passion, success, purification, protection, money, and psychic awareness. So take with that what you will and use cinnamon abundantly for abundance. Not only is it fun to use in rituals, it's also, I'm going to read a few things. I did a little research in my herb books over here and on the internet. It's antibacterial and it's warming. It's anti-inflammatory, so people with arthritis also find comfort in using cinnamon. It regulates blood sugar. I read about doing a little cinnamon with warm milk and nutmeg. Of course, I would drink plant-based milk like almond or oat or soy, but you do what you will with it. Cinnamon, a warm milk, and a little bit of nutmeg. Now, I just read that nutmeg helps with insomnia. So if you've ever cooked with nutmeg, you know that a little goes a long way. So just be careful when you're putting nutmeg in something because it is potent. It's very strong, and like cinnamon, it's warming and stimulating. So think about that's why we tend to lean into cinnamon and nutmeg during the colder seasons. And also, I've used this trick before. It helps deter insects, crawling insects. If you put it over a threshold or an area that you're trying to keep bugs away, they don't like to crawl over it. A tip that I read to put half cinnamon and half cayenne pepper, that helps with the insects. The other thing, it's like I said before, it's an air deodorizer. So it's not the Glade stuff and the Febreze cinnamon. That is not real cinnamon. I know it smells great, but it's not the real thing. Real cinnamon will deodorize the air and purify it because it truly is antibacterial. It's taking the bacteria from the air and killing it. Bacteria is making the smell. So it's taking the bacteria out, and that's how it's working. Now that you know how valuable it is, how powerful of a spice it is. And it's delicious in coffee and tea and cocoa and baked goods. You can also take it a step further and put it, of course, in your oatmeal, your cereal, your, what was I going to say, your smoothies, ice cream. Like, think about all the things, your yogurt, all the things you can put cinnamon on. You can buy it in the powder form, and like cinnamon sticks. Either way, bring cinnamon into your life. I hope this got you thinking about taking the cinnamon out of the spice jar and maybe using it for some kind of ritual, bringing more abundance into your life. And if nothing else, you'll use it maybe for the health properties. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I wish you lots of abundance. I'll talk to you soon, and thanks for watching and thanks for listening. Till next time. Bye, everyone.